Aaron Time for broadcasting the Detroit 24 broadcast for Detroit Tigers home opener. Here is your starting lineup for Detroit Tigers. Batting first, right fielder Matt Vierling. Batting second, playing second base, Andy Ibanez. Playing first would be Spencer Torkelson. Playing left, we got Riley Green. Batting third, we got the new Tiger, DH, Mark Cannon. We got third base, Gio Shishela. And batting eighth, the catcher, Jake Rogers. Batting ninth, the shortstop, Javier Baez. And batting glass, the center field is Parker Meadows. And your starting pitcher is Tarek Skubal. And my pick to stick will be Matt Vierling.
Good morning.
Hello.
John's trying to show his New York Yankees, so I took him out. Sorry, buddy.
You see me queuing it up.
I had to do it.
The champs are here.
Yes, the New York Yankees are going to the World Series.
Congratulations,
yes, sir, pal.
Yeah, congratulations, John.
Congrats. Awesome. Four more.
So,
Four more games.
before we get started, I just want to apologize to everybody. We missed last week, but stuff happens, man. Life gets in the way sometimes. But also, before we get started, Minutes Wisely started a campaign yesterday. We found out there was a local veteran that committed suicide, left back a young family. So we're going to try to sponsor this family for Christmas. So there is a link in the show description for a donation. 100% of donations that'll come in. If it's $5, if it's $2,500, 100% of it will go to the wife. So we appreciate any help that you can give us. So how you guys doing today?
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Where do you want to start? MLB, football, Michigan football.
Oof. Tough day.
Look.
College football's rough, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay on top.
So
Unless you're Georgia, apparently.
the first time in like 100 years, Army and Navy are both undefeated still.
It's awesome. Do they play at some point?
Oh yeah, it's always the
End
last
of the year?
Yeah, last game.
That
of the
1
year.
week, right? Yeah.
They actually could play twice this year with their conference championship game.
Ooh,
And it would be the week before, I believe.
that would be interesting.
That would be very interesting. The service games sometimes they're kind of hard to watch because it's very limited. Their plays, I don't know. So, but for me, I love the Army Navy game. It's one of the greatest games of the year. But what happened to Texas yesterday? I guess we'll start with NCAA football.
I think
Georgia
Texas ran
just
in,
flexed their
they
muscles.
ran into Georgia.
Welcome to the SEC.
But you know what's funny about college football? Georgia lost to Alabama. Alabama lost to Vanderbilt, and then
Tennessee.
and Tennessee now yesterday. But and then Georgia comes out and rolls the number one team in the land.
Did Vandy even end up winning yesterday? They were struggling against Ball State.
I'm not sure.
I'll check. Yeah, they did. 24-14.
They did end up winning.
Pulled it out.
They were losing for a long time.
5-2 Vandy. They're going to go to a bowl game.
They might go to a nice bowl game. They got a couple nice wins.
I'm pretty sure with Texas losing last night, there's no more undefeated teams in the SEC.
Tennessee looks good.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee may be the best team in the SEC.
Who did they lose to? Alabama?
No.
Oh, wait.
Tennessee, no, they just lost last week to
Yeah, there's a freaking fly buzzing
or
around my
2
head.
weeks ago to Arkansas.
Arkansas, that's right. In Arkansas.
Tennessee's notorious for that. They'll have a really good team, but lose to some scrub.
But if that's their only loss, they still have a game against Georgia. And if they could beat Georgia, They're easily in the college football playoffs.
I mean, there's 12 teams now. Even if they lose to Georgia, you could still be in.
Yeah.
Well, I'd imagine they're going to go to the top 7 after beating Alabama.
So, yeah, I just don't understand how Georgia lost to Alabama a week or so ago.
I mean, it's parity in college football, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just like any given Sunday, except Saturday.
So, what did you do to celebrate your big win yesterday, John?
I was watching the game on my headset tucked into bed last night because it was past bedtime. So I went to bed. I watched it. Those 8 o'clock games. Whew. Well, they're 8 o'clock here.
Yeah.
They're tough. But yeah, I mean, it's job's not done yet. Got 4 more to go. So pennant is nice, but World Series is the goal.
Yes.
So that'll be the real celebration. I looked at tickets. I can tell you that much. That was not fun.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure.
Especially if LA moves on, I'm sure it'll get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the common man is not going to that game, I'll tell you.
No.
I mean, just to get in the place, plus to get there, plus to stay. You know what I mean? It's just like, what am I thinking? You know, like that's crazy. You can half the payment on a car by the time you're done.
Yeah, for real.
It's crazy. So, but it
Does
is
Yankee Stadium, do they have parking?
probably, but
I would assume like this, it would be a nightmare to park in the city.
I would imagine they have a subway stop, so I think that's how most people.
Yeah, I don't think
get
you're
in.
driving to that stadium.
That's the only times I've ever gone is through the subway.
Yeah. Have you been to that stadium, Eric?
Not the new one. I was at the old one.
It's the same location, just across the street.
Yep.
This little fly's going to piss me off. All right. So
Yeah, Yankees look good, though. You guys got a shot.
Yeah, we do. It feels like the late 90s.
Yeah, they have that swag to them.
Yeah, and the late inning stuff, the ghosts are back. You know, it seems like they disappeared there for 15 years. So it's nice to get some late inning dramatic runs. That's what the playoffs are all about.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. So pitching is huge too. Bullpen pitching.
Yeah, you guys got to Class A, too. So that was kind of fell apart in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, we've gotten to him a couple times, so it's just one of those matchup things. You know, we're lucky that the best closer in the game we match up well against for some weird reason. We had Tommy Canley came in a lot, and he's a left-handed pitcher that pitches well against left-handed batters, and for some reason they did not figure that out. He came out of the bullpen multiple times in the series, and they would pinch hit a left-handed hitter, and so we rolled that card out like 3 games in a row, and that helped a lot.
I don't say this often, but Aaron Boone really outmanaged Stephen Vogt.
It's managing comes with you got to take your bumps. You know, you got to figure it out.
And it's especially the other way around. Usually Aaron Boone's
he's done that. He's been in the playoffs. He's gotten smacked by the Astros how many times by getting outmanaged by them, and eventually you're going to learn, right?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for him at the Astros, it was Dusty Baker, who's one of the best managers of all time. You know,
that's what I mean. That you learn from that, and that's what he did. So hopefully he can get us 4 more wins, and we can put a ring on his finger.
Well, I'm going to be pulling for the Mets.
Figures.
We all knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm. What if the Dodgers win?
Yeah. Oh, man.
He hopes neither team wins for sure.
He hopes the series gets canceled.
Yeah.
And maybe there'll be an earthquake and they have to cancel.
I was about to say earthquake.
I mean, I think the world wants to see Ohtani versus Judge. I think that's what.
It's definitely what the MLB wants.
Yeah, for sure. Just those pesky Mets keep getting in the way.
They do.
I was just looking. I kind of wish the game was earlier. I understand why it's on 7 o'clock tonight because of NFL, But I hate 7 o'clock games, man.
I'm telling you, dude, it's 8 o'clock here.
Yeah, it's even
It's
worse for you.
Rough,
Yeah, it's back in LA too, so
rough.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's what I didn't understand about last night. The game was in Cleveland, and they didn't start till 8.
yeah, it doesn't make
It's like,
sense.
this is stupid. There's no other games on except for college football, but it's like, if you're watching college football, you're watching college football.
Yeah, you're not
You're not even
going over
touching
to
the
the
baseball
MLB.
game.
Yeah.
So, and you don't have to. You know, you could tune in here and there, watch a baseball game. So, I don't know. But it is
Yeah,
what
if
it
you got
is.
YouTube TV, you can watch it all on one TV. It's awesome.
I've been watching it with, they have this like data cam where they just every at bat it shows like their series stats, their playoff stats, their game stats, you know, every pitch, where it is in the zone and all that stuff. It's kind of, at this point, it's superstitious, so I'll be watching the World Series like that too. But
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
I just ran into that last night.
It's funny how you get superstitious on like I wore the same tiger when we were making our run. Like I wore the same hat every day and like did the same thing. You know, I know.
So yep.
Yeah, I know it
Absolutely.
doesn't really matter. You know, I'm just one dude, but it kind of does matter.
Oh yeah.
All
Oh yeah.
the-
It's the little things too. I'm right there with you. Yeah. After game 3, I switched some stuff up. So
Yeah.
I
Kind
understand.
of like when a pitcher's in the middle of a no-hitter, you can't say no-hitter.
yeah. Mhm.
Even though
You
you're
just don't say
3,000
much.
miles away.
Yeah, I just keep my mouth shut in those situations and try to watch and enjoy.
Yeah, man. So the Detroit Lions had a huge game last Sunday. Unfortunately, we lost one of our best players, like not one of our best players, the best player in the country. Apparently, I read a report that the break was so loud that they heard the snap up in the booth.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, but I thought it was a neck injury because they brought the stretcher out and all that. So, I mean, it could have been.
That's
it was bad. It was bad, but at least he's not.
The good thing is the whole defense
worse.
looks good, so it's not like
Yeah.
he'll bring the whole team down. But that's tough, man. That's,
Right,
you hate
and
to see that.
somebody
Is that
in
season
Yeah.
ending?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Somebody
He
in
said
Dallas
he could
was
come back for the Super Bowl.
maybe. That's a tough ask.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't push it, but they're saying he could.
Not a broken leg.
Yeah,
That's just a broken leg. He broke both bones in his leg.
yeah.
In its lower leg, yeah.
Somebody in Dallas was telling me that the Cowboys have on staff the best bone break doctor in the country. So if this were to happen anywhere, Dallas was
Place
the
to happen.
Yeah, Dallas was
Yeah.
the place to happen. And the guy,
Hmm.
looking back on it now, the guy said it was a plainclothes dude in a cowboy hat, and that guy did walk out onto the field, look at Hutch, and they took him right over onto the Baylor hospital, and that guy did a surgery, and it's the same guy that did Dak's surgery and someone else. So I mean, right place, right time for sure. In a gruesome.
Imagine being that guy though. You're just like sitting there chilling, watching a game. It's like, all right, surgery.
Yep. And it was. I mean,
No, I'm
if
sure
you watch the video, he walks right out on the field and was like, "All right, take him."
Yeah.
And
It's just business as usual for that guy.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah, they haul him away. And
Yeah.
Yeah, for they were saying for a bad situation, it was absolutely all the stars lined up for it because they were only 10 minutes away from a level 1 trauma unit, right from the stadium. Like Eric just said, the best bone doctor in the country was there. So it was a clean break. There's no ligament damage, no artery damage. Everything was just perfect for a perfect comeback.
That was the big part, is no internal damage.
Yeah.
So is that bone just going to heal itself, or they're going to be plates?
no, they
and
did
screws?
surgery. They did surgery on it.
Yeah.
But there's going to be metal in there.
I'm not sure about that.
I would imagine there has to be.
I would imagine if he wants to play football again, anyways.
Yeah. Both of them are broken. He's got to have something put in place.
They were snapped. Both were snapped.
Yeah,
that
the whole
whole leg.
leg wrapped around his shin. Yeah. It
All right, you guys are making my leg hurt.
was rough. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. It was awful.
Did you see like the video of it happening?
It was
They
like
have, a
if it's
clip
like
of it.
imagine if you like kicked a pole.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like when
Kicked a 350-pound McNeil pole.
Yeah, just something that's just not going to move at all, but something had to
Absolute
give.
animal of a human being. Surprised he didn't get injured from getting the leg.
It was one or the other. I
Neil's
guess his
one
bones
big
were
ass
stronger
dude,
than
though, man.
Hutchinson.
McNeil is huge. He's a monster.
It looks like he caught him right on like the joint of
Speaking of
his knee.
McNeil, the Lions just gave him a big extension.
As they should. That guy's
It's a monster.
absolute menace. He's a menace on the field.
Yeah, I would not want to tangle with that guy. I just this morning I was watching an interview with him, and man, he's like the most down to earth person ever too. He's like,
cool. He's a super cool, like chill guy.
They're asking him about, hey, what's it like getting? You're like, you just basically won the lottery, man. Like $55 million guaranteed. He's just like, man, I'm speechless, man. I don't even like. It hasn't even sunk in. I don't even know. I was like, damn, that's a lot of
Checks gonna hit
cheese.
in the morning. Yeah. Could you imagine 55 million hitting your bank account overnight?
Yeah, I think the entire deal was like 90-some million, but 55 of it was guaranteed.
Yeah,
like damn, he doesn't have to play another snap the rest of his life, and his whole entire family's taken care of.
Yeah, it's generational wealth.
Speaking of that, speaking of not taking another snap, did you guys see Tua is expected to come back one of these 2 weeks, one of these upcoming weeks?
He
He's
better
gonna
not.
die on the field.
That's what I just, At what point?
I guess just some people. You could.
I mean, that guy's a knuckle. He got a bunch guaranteed too. I mean, why not take your money and
he got his contract.
right?
Yeah, if you get a quarterback deal after your rookie contract, you got it made, man. Just get out of there.
Yeah, his family definitely needs to set him aside and say,
That's
dude,
the thing,
nobody-
he's
and
got
nobody
the
would
opportunity
blame
to do what everybody else in the world wants. Just sit and chill with your family and have endless amount of money. And he's gonna be dumb about it. Like it's a slap in the face to like normal people like us, where it's like 99% of us would take that in a heartbeat.
Well, no one, and it would be no hard feelings. Coach McDaniel already came out and said, like, dude, you got to be a dad before you're a quarterback.
Yeah. You can't blame him at that point.
Can't be a
Right,
quarterback
yeah, I mean-
unless you're alive.
Also, that can't be a quarterback if your brain's not functioning properly.
Which at this point, like you've seen stuff like, with other players, it's only going to matter of time. Like, yeah, he might finish his career, but
Antonio Brown went down quick, man.
Yeah, that dude's a lunatic.
look at Brett Favre. He's got Parkinson's now.
Yeah, probably from CTE.
They said it was from the contact. It was from the brain contact.
Yeah, there is a big. I read an article. There's a big link with that.
I guarantee if he stopped today, he would have some sort of thing.
oh yeah, he's got some long-term effects coming.
He's the only thing he's doing by playing is just shortening it, and that's just going to be longer years of his family having to deal with it if he gets something like Parkinson's or
He might
can't take care of himself.
Bad, yeah. He's gonna get something so bad at this point, he's not even gonna be able to.
Yeah, he'll be 100% have to be taken care of, and that's not fair.
While we're talking about quarterbacks here, I just want to mention Tom Brady. When he first started talking on the game Sunday, I thought he was god awful. But you could tell he was like nervous. And by the second half, when he was settling in, he was doing much better. So I think he'll be a much better commentator as he gets some of these shows under his belt. But he was rough at first.
Well, he's in a tough spot too because he's partial owner of the Raiders, so he can't like criticize other teams, criticize the refs. Like there's a lot that he can't say now because he's an owner. So
yeah,
I mean that puts you in a tough. You really got to think about what you're saying before you just have diarrhea of the mouth. And I'm sure that's hard. An in-game color commentator like that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Tom Brady just doesn't seem like the person that he'd be out there with sewer lips anyways while he's trashing other people. But he did give the Lions a huge compliment. He said he would love to be the quarterback of this team.
I mean, who wouldn't? It's just a group of weapons.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That and the head coach has his head on straight as a coach.
Yeah, 4 years ago, people were mocking the Lions for picking up Dan Campbell. Now look at them, suckers. Yeah. Oh, man. So, Detroit Lions, man, they're today is going to be a huge game.
Who do you guys
12 o'clock Central Time. Detroit at Minnesota.
We got this game going on too.
Oh, yeah. So
that's a nice setup, Jason. I like that.
Thank you.
Is this your bedroom or your office?
It's like my it's
like
my
flex
office.
room?
Kind of, yeah.
That's dope.
Just like my little.
Very nice.
Where are
very
they
nice.
playing at today? Obviously, somewhere
They're in London
Europe.
again.
In London again.
Yeah, Jacksonville just stayed in London.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
had 2
did?
games in a row in London.
Yeah, they didn't even leave.
I'm not a big fan of these international games for the NFL.
Well, it takes away a home game.
Yeah,
True.
exactly. So the report is Roger Goodell wants to do a Super Bowl abroad now.
I think that'd be the dumbest idea you could
That
possibly.
is
A
that's a
Super
horrible
Bowl
idea.
pod?
I think that's
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
whatever.
watched the interview the other day, and he
I'm
said
not going to
that
the Super Bowl anyway, so it's not.
I agree, but
That is true.
I mean, the Super Bowl might as well be on the moon because no normal person can go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, who cares where they have it?
I'm not a fan of that.
It's always been like
what are they
California
going to do?
anyways, so.
Have the players play in the middle of the night? Because you can't take away from the Americans. You know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
their game.
when you do have the Super
I
Bowl,
bet you if they get
If
enough
this
money, they
game's
can
on
do
right now,
whatever they
that'd be
want.
like having a, what are you going to have a Super Bowl playing? Like, that just doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, it would be
timing
what would
doesn't.
it be 6:30 East or West Coast, like 6:30 in the morning because it started at 9:30 our time.
Yeah,
yeah, it's 6:30 in the morning, Super Bowl. It would have to either be at some outrageous time in Europe,
yeah.
or
They
it'd have to
play
be
in the middle of the
South
night
America,
just so
yeah.
they appease the American viewers. Because that's everybody that watches. You know, 350 million viewers in the States.
I think he just wants a team in London so bad that he will do anything to, like
Yeah, I think you're
Just
right,
want-
Eric.
he just wants a team in London. So if getting a Super Bowl in London helps him, then
So I heard, speaking of new teams, I heard the Tampa Bay Rays won't be able to play in their stadium next year.
yeah, I heard that same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
So-
got destroyed by that hurricane.
I
Yeah.
think the MLB is going to test out a location with them this year. Depending on where they're going to play, they might put a team there in the next several years. That's what I'm thinking. Kind of
Yep.
like the
What-
NBA did with the New Orleans when Katrina hit, because that next season they played in Oklahoma City. And
Is there any talk where they're going to put them next
Say
year?
what?
Is there any talk where they're going to put them next year?
yeah, I've heard a couple
Figure it
things.
out
I
yet?
mean, their minor league state team is the Durham Bulls, so that would be awesome if they played in Durham.
Yeah, I was going to say North Carolina deserves a team, or Nashville.
Or Nashville was on talks of it, so I'd imagine they would do the same thing and just put them in the
Yeah,
Sound
but where would they
Stadium or
play them
something.
at? Though? I mean, you can't just put them in a minor league stadium. Minor league stadium.
I mean, that's what the A's are doing.
Yeah, I think they're the same size
Well,
fields.
the A's.
transfer
They
Nissan.
They don't
Stadium.
have any fans.
They could probably turn Nissan into a baseball field while they're doing construction on the new one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard they might play at the Yankees spring training. at
yeah, I've
Georgia
heard that too. I've heard there's
Uh,
plenty of places. I think Florida would be very upset if they moved them out of Florida, but I think it would be better for the MLB to test out a new city for a new team.
Bring him to Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville, Charlotte, Durham, Raleigh, somewhere around here, I would hope. We'll see.
That'd be cool.
Well, I'm ready for a team in Nashville, so bring it on. As long as it's an American League team, though.
Yeah, I don't know which. I think there's 15 and 15, right? So it would be
As of right now, yeah.
yeah.
The NHL finally balanced theirs out. Are they still odd? Oh no, they're even now because they added
They just
Vegas
added
and
Utah.
Seattle. Oh, now they're getting Utah. Yeah, they will be out again.
They just
No,
had-
Utah moved from Arizona, so that was.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yep. So they're back at 32 still.
I didn't even know that. I was watching TV the other day. I'm
Yeah.
like, Utah's got a hockey team. What the hell?
Yeah, I saw something online. I guess 6,000 of the seats in the stadium, you can't see one of the goals because it's like blocked by the by a beam or something.
That's a large number of seats.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Damn. All right, so the Detroit Lions, they're underdogs today by 1 point in Minnesota. Who do you guys? I already know who the three, who you three or two, the three of us is what I'm trying to say. You learn how to talk. So I guess what's up to John?
I'm trying to think of what happened last time I picked the other team. Did you guys win?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
In all honesty, I think Detroit's a better team, but Hutchinson going down is tough. See how that affects the defense.
I think they're still going to be all right without Hutch. I mean, obviously you want him
I
in
think
there. He's
when
the
I
best
pick
player.
Detroit, they lose. So we'll go Minnesota. Best of luck to you guys.
I think the defense is super solid, so I think they'll be okay. I know everybody's crying for bringing Crosby or somebody like that in, but I don't know. I feel like they're selling their soul if they do something like that.
Oh, I don't even care if we get Crosby. Give him
Yeah.
every first round pick we ever have.
I'm giving him this year, next year.
You know,
I'll give him a second next year too.
That's a big pickup.
Yeah,
I'd give them whatever they want. Like, let's bring them in because then next year we'll have Crosby and Hutch.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
No.
I was looking at the stats, and like Hutch had like 3 times the amount of pressure percentage as the rest of the team,
Yeah.
and then our other big
A
pass
huge
rusher
loss.
went down
A
too.
huge
So-
loss.
I think we got to get somebody in. I guess we'll see with this game. This will be a big.
But I think the stat was Hutch has 7.5 sacks, and the rest of the team has 7.5 sacks combined.
Yes.
So, but I don't know, man. Like, if you bring in somebody like that, it's not sustainable. For one, I don't know how they would afford to pay for the guy.
We have,
Yeah.
I mean, we got $30-some million in space.
We don't really need to pay him either.
Right.
You know, we don't need to extend him. Just get him this
He
year.
he has 3 more years on his deal, so we'd have him
Oh,
for.
it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Mike Valeni on the ticket said, "Would you give up a first rounder this year, next year, and the year after for him?" And I mean, the resounding amount is yes. And I mean,
Three's kind of
gonna
pushing
call
it for
up-
me, but
Yeah, I would not do that.
I was going to call up and tell him give him 4 and 5 years too. Who cares, man? Let's get the Super Bowl.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
who
I would
cares?
not do that.
That's like how the NBA is going right now, though, and I think the NFL draft is too valuable.
What would you trade for a Super Bowl though? Because I'm not saying anything. Like, let's go.
5 first rounders screws you for a long time, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what if you win the Super Bowl?
We're screwed for the next 5 years.
there's no
If we're-
guarantee you're gonna win the Super Bowl. You're not guaranteed to win a Super Bowl though.
You're not guaranteed to hit pick either.
Yeah, I'd put my trust in
Yeah, but Brad Holmes is pretty.
Brad Holmes.
That's the thing. There's a lot of factors that go into it. So
Yeah,
I'm just saying I'd sell my soul.
I'm with
for-
you, Eric.
That's all I'm saying. I'd sell my
You
soul
take a
for-
dominant player when you can get a dominant player. It's going to help you win a
I
championship.
agree for sure. But 4 or 5.
5? I thought it was 3.
No, it was 3. It was 3.
It was
I'm,
that person.
I'm saying
Yeah.
I would give them whatever they want. Who cares? Like, let's go.
4 or
3
5
is
a
okay.
lot.
I can
3 is
settle with
manageable. I
3.
think 2 is even better.
Because a lot of times with 3, you can manage somehow to get another team looped in and get their first round pick pushed
Well, I
over
think
there.
the guy's point was you have to give them something where they can't say no, right? Like, you can't go in there and lowball the Raiders. And I think the 3 first round picks were
But it's the
Yeah.
Raiders. I
I
think the
would
Raiders
not.
are at that point.
Yeah, I would not do that.
3 maybe. 3 might for
No,
me. You
3
might
is
have
way
an-
too much.
You might have a talking point for me at 3. Any more is definitely. I might be walking away.
Would you give up any of your active players today?
Ugh. Depends on who you're asking.
like who? Like who
Yeah.
who we
I
talking
don't
about?
know.
At that
I
point,
don't know. You're the GM. I mean, you want the Super Bowl so bad.
a couple people who are off. Hutch is obviously off limits. BB's off limits. JMO's off limits. Either of the running backs are off limits.
Yeah, I think Saints out off limits.
Yeah,
What about Jared
Kirby.
Goff?
Jared's off limits too.
No, you can't win a Super Bowl without your quarterback.
Kirby's
Well,
off
you got
limits.
Hendon Hooker, don't you?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that though.
You guys could have Hendon Hooker actually. Yeah,
Yeah, give him a Hooker. Yeah,
you guys
they
can
can have
Hendon
Hooker.
But then what
All
happens
I'm saying-
if Goff goes down? Then you really are screwed. You can have somebody like Dan Orlovsky out there.
Either way, if Goff goes down.
Hendon Hooker's not winning us anything.
I don't think so. I think he's. I mean, the defense will keep you in the games.
All I'm saying, I'll sell my soul for a guaranteed Super Bowl. Don't care.
Oh well, yeah, but you're saying guaranteed. Of course, anybody would do that, but it's not guaranteed. Getting one player, is not a guarantee. It's a guarantee you're going to screw up your future.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not a guarantee.
Completely screw up because Brad Holmes.
You can get some good late round
Brad
picks.
Holmes is a genius and he figures something out. We got a Monroe in the 4th, man. What are you talking about?
Right, and these first round picks are going to be early second. Like let's say we are good, it's going to be pick 28, 29, 26. You're not getting you're not trading them first overall picks.
At the end of the day, we get Crosby. It could be a 32nd. Overall pick.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
So
you're not giving them pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're giving them pick 27, 26. Oh shit!
But then your salary cap is gone. Now you can't sign your studs that are coming up through the young kids. I mean,
who else do we have to sign though? I feel like we've extended everybody.
I don't. And we have $30 some million. Like I think we're okay.
Then that's gone. Is what I'm saying.
Not our money. I mean, let's have the luxury tax. I don't care. Like, let's win the Super Bowl.
He's saying next year we can't extend anybody else either.
Then
we're extending all of our studs right now. We can't really do that if we go and drop the rest of our money.
I'm gonna say like whatever Brad Holmes comes up with I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
question that guy.
This is all hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason we're called the Nosebleeds.
I think they might be listening. So
yeah, they're gonna take our advice.
What you say?
Yeah, I mean, what just 4 knuckleheads here on a Sunday morning. I don't know. I'm just saying. I want
the straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, this is the biggest game I think for us. So I think we take this one and see how it goes, and then go.
This is a great time to play this team because after this, and then the deadline is next week, right?
Yeah. Or it's week 8.
2 weeks ago, 2 weeks away. So this is perfect timing.
Yeah.
And you guys are right. Like the Raiders do dumb shit all the time. We may be able to get Crosby for. I mean, you have to make the call regardless. You have to make the call and try to
ask. Yeah.
As soon as they got rid of Devontae Adams, I was like, oh, they're giving up already. So like obviously they're
gave him nothing.
Rebuilding.
Was third round pick for Devontae Adams. That could become a second. So like, come on now.
I mean, I would have given that up too to bring him to Detroit. Like, who cares?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, second round pick. I'll give you
something like that. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, speaking of Devontae Adams, what the hell has Aaron Rodgers done to the Jets? Like, he got Salah fired, bringing in Devontae. Like, this dude is straight up running that organization.
From what I've heard a lot that it's not Aaron Rodgers that was getting.
I think why people are saying that is just because just before he got fired, Aaron Rodgers had a meeting with the owner.
Yeah, and they did.
And they fired him.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers didn't mention. He was saying the coach, that guy. Like he wasn't mentioning him.
But so that's Aaron Rodgers. He's an idiot.
Yeah,
he's a weirdo. Worthless. That guy's a worthless human being.
That's a little deep.
He is. Man. He's a terrible person.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers or LeBron? Let's play the name game. Who do you hate more?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers all day long. Wow. Can't stand that guy.
You need to clip that there.
Yeah, like your soundbite.
Pretty sure you just said you love LeBron James.
Yeah. Oh man, don't even get me started.
Comparably, it might. It's close.
Ohio, or Aaron Rodgers?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
His head's gonna explode.
I was gonna say I saw the gears were getting stuck a little bit.
I don't even know who to pick on that one because I don't know. Ohio's a cesspool.
Ohio sucks. The only place we got caught in traffic on our way to Michigan is freaking Ohio.
That trip through Cincinnati is brutal. Like by those bridges.
Through Cincinnati, man. We made it through.
The entire state of Ohio just sucks. Like it's boring. It's flat. Cops.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Anyway. We could sit here for 30 minutes talking about this.
I wonder if we have any viewers in Ohio.
Not
at this point, probably not. We might have. Yeah.
Hey, if you're listening from Ohio, just turn us off right now. We don't want you.
We don't even want to do this from.
Oh, man.
Yeah, please.
All right, so the Jaguars just took the lead, by the way.
Oh, spoilers, man. They're on the 1 yard line for me. Take it easy.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I take that back.
Jaguars just scored.
Good
10-14
report.
now. Yeah.
So this is why I don't like wearing my Apple Watch when I'm watching football, because my Apple Watches give me updates. I'm like,
Well, no
God
one's
damn it. And I
making
look
you
at
wear
the
the Apple
TV, I'm like,
Watch.
shit.
Yeah.
The Titans are a train wreck, and they're in Buffalo today.
Nice. That should be interesting.
And then they're in Detroit next weekend.
Yes.
You guys can.
Yeah, Buffalo needs this bounce back game after last week. That was a kick in the nuts.
What is going on with Buffalo, man? It's the team that's good. Like, it's kind of like I don't know, like the Lions, man, like the lovable losers, man. Everybody just like wants you to pull it through. I think it's the 4th straight Super Bowls.
Yeah, they're just it's the 4th straight
like-
Super Bowls, and now they're still living in
Yeah.
York.
I think the entire
Their
country just
history.
feels bad for him or something.
Yeah.
Well, and Josh Allen's super likable too. Like he's
Yeah,
a super likable guy, and like
yeah, the entire team is super likable, man. Like, and you can't beat the Jets. Come on now.
Aaron Rodgers and those damn 50-yard bombs to Hail Marys, man. It's killer.
Yeah.
That's what he does best.
It's one of the big reasons I hate the guy.
Do you know how many times he killed the Detroit Lions doing that shit?
Yeah, that's why I hate him so much.
The Detroit Lions own a record. They're the only team that have led for the entire 60 minutes but lost the game.
and that game was to get us to the playoffs.
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers just slings a 60-yarder and freaking pay dirt.
Basically
Oh my
straight
God.
up, straight down in Ford Field too, man. It's ridiculous.
That's one of my least favorite Lions memories of all time. That one play.
It was
Sat there
gut,
like
it was
Orlovsky
gut-wrenching, man.
trotting out the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and I believe we would have had a home game at Ford Field too that year if they would have won that game.
Yeah, maybe I should
Probably
have
would
brought
have
that
lost
one
it
up.
anyway.
Yeah.
This is the new Detroit Lions, though. Look at these guys
Oh,
playing back there.
I was gonna say it.
This Detroit
that-
Lions team is so much fun to watch.
And I'm going to tell you, last week when we were in Dallas, everybody is like, even like fans across the country are super hype on the. Everybody's coming up to us and saying, "Man, you guys got a squad. Like this team's fun. Like we like, naming off players and stuff." So
Yeah.
the country's on notice for sure.
So, yeah, I have kind of an issue with that because I hate bandwagon fans. It's like, dude, stay away from my team, man. Where were you when we were 0-16?
Yeah.
It's kind of frustrating, but
I know
whatever.
the feeling. Seen a
The
lot of
team
Yankees
is-
fans today.
Did you see the pitch back to Penei Sewell? Like, oh my God. And then he would have scored, but they called it back because there was an ineligible receiver downfield.
Campbell did that on purpose.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
He knew that Sewell was ineligible, and he knew that was gonna. He was just messing with the Cowboys at that point. Like
Yeah, he was toying.
Lined up Dan Skipper at wide receiver. That was my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, you got Eric or Decker out there running routes, Skipper running routes.
You know what the
Sewell
best
running
part about
routes.
it was? The next day, the Detroit Lions trolled the Dallas Cowboys and did a highlight reel on the punter. He didn't punt one time. It was awesome.
And holding field goals.
It was so funny.
Yeah,
it's
that
just
I've never seen a Lions domination quite like that before in my life, and
in Dallas.
no, in general,
I know what I'm saying is that was in Dallas. It was amazing.
And the Lions always shit the bed in Dallas. Every
Yes.
time.
It's
Every-
been, what was it,
You guys
like
have a
11
Thanksgiving game
years
this
since
year?
we've won down there?
We get Thanksgiving every year.
Yeah, we have
Who do you
yeah,
play?
Bears.
Bears.
Chicago.
Bears.
That'll be fun.
By the way, if you're a veteran, first responder, or a Gold Star family member, we're giving away 4 tickets to the Detroit Lions Chicago Bears Thanksgiving Day game. Look for it on. There's a survey you fill out on social media. Fill that sucker out, or if you're not, if you know somebody, as deserving, fill it out for them. We would love to send somebody to that game.
Oh, speaking of that, Richard, talk a minute about you sending a veteran to the Tigers playoff game. That's a pretty cool thing.
Al Hunt. He sent me so we sent Al Hunt, a Vietnam veteran, to ALDS. What was that, game 4? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Game 4. And he sent me the most awesome message. So his message was, not only did he survive Vietnam, but his wife is a 2-time survivor. She had cancer. She actually died for 5 minutes, and they brought her back to life. She was literally dead for 5 minutes, and the doctors brought her back to life. So to send somebody to the game and change their lives like that was absolutely amazing.
That is awesome. Good job, Richard.
Yeah, it was dope. So we have another cancer survivor going to the Titans game next Sunday in Detroit. She is also a Vietnam era veteran. So look for more pictures from that.
Sweet.
Doing big things.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I love doing this.
Very awesome.
So you guys want to go through all the games?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So Tennessee I'm not going to even touch Detroit or Vikings because we already know who's going where that one is. The Jags and the Patriots, that game is almost at halftime. So, and the Jags are up 14-10, by the way. So we'll start with Tennessee at Buffalo Bills. Who you guys got?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. They're 8.5-point margin there.
I think they cover it.
Yeah,
Miami Dolphins at Indiana.
Indiana.
Who are the starting quarterbacks for both teams? Is what I need to know. Because I believe if Anthony Richardson and Tua are both out. Oh no, Anthony Richardson's playing. Give me Indianapolis. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Indy.
Tyler Huntley. Yeah.
That's a Pro Bowl quarterback right there.
Great. Cincinnati Bengals in Cleveland. I'm not even watching that crap.
Yeah, it's the Ohio Bowl, man. It's your favorite game.
The Ohio Bowl.
Can they both lose?
Hey, how does Ohio get 2 teams, man? How does that work?
Yep. Ohio. They shouldn't even have one team.
I'll take the Bengals.
Yeah,
I
Bengals.
actually I like Joey B.
I'll go Cleveland.
It's like the Browns have just somehow perpetually ended up back up into the dumpster fire cycle that they always end up in.
Bad signings, man. They got terrible decisions.
That Deshaun Watson deal, man. It might go down as one of the worst deals in NFL history.
Oh my, yeah. Yeah, you got rid of freaking Baker Mayfield, and he's down in Florida freaking lighting it up. You guys are idiots, man.
I mean, how many quarterbacks have the Browns had in history? Probably 400?
Yeah. I think in just like the past 5 seasons, it's like 40. It's
this next game should be pretty good. Houston Texans at Green Bay.
H-Town.
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah, I want Houston.
Yeah,
Yep, unanimous.
Jordan Love has been balling out, though. I think the Packers are going to win. Give me Texans.
The Seattle Seahawks at Atlanta.
About Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, I was going to say, I got to go with Kirk Cousins, my boy. Sparty up.
I got to take Seattle because they've lost like 3 in a row. I think they got to come back at some point.
Yeah, I'll take Cole's Cash, Kirk Cousins.
Hell yeah.
Kirk Chains.
Yeah. Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants.
Philly, all day.
Yeah, I'll take the.
I don't know. They both kind of suck right now. Yeah, give me Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence are questionable.
I'll take Philly and the worst fans in the entire nation.
Agreed.
Carolina Panthers at Washington Commanders.
Go Washington.
Give me the Redskins.
Talk about a dumpster fire, man. What the hell happened to Carolina?
No more bad decisions.
They gave up a bunch of capital for Bryce Young, yeah.
And here's another shocker: the Los Angeles Rams are god awful this year. Is it like half the team is hurt?
Yeah.
The Raiders at the Rams, just basically, yeah.
That's a shit game too, really.
Yeah.
That's a tough game.
You just
that's
said,
tough.
you
I'll
said
take the
that
Raiders.
the Rams are still a 7-point favorite. That's how bad the Raiders
Yeah,
are.
that's crazy.
Give me the Rams.
How many games have the Rams won this year? One.
Yeah, they're 1-4.
Man, they're favored by 7. Holy hell.
Yeah, I'll take the Rams. Raiders are terrible.
You got Aiden O'Connell back there, man.
Go Raiders.
I'm gonna give the Raiders a little bit of advice. Man, throw some money in a hat and get your owner a decent haircut.
The Rams?
That thing is, dude, you're a billionaire, man. Like, what are you doing?
Going to great clips.
Not like a 27-year-old girlfriend.
Did you say the Rams owner?
Raiders.
Raiders owner.
Al Davis Jr. with that great clips cut.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just look it up?
Yeah.
Oh
You got
my
that
God.
Lloyd Christmas.
You should have just said, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You could have just described it. I knew exactly who this was.
No, this one's kind of perplexing to me too. The Kansas City Chiefs at San Francisco, but the San Francisco is favored in that game. I don't buy that, man.
I mean, Andy Reid coming
by
off
2.
bye week is
Not if there'll be referees at the game. I'll take the Chiefs.
Yeah, literally. I'll take
It's in
give me
San
the
Francisco. but
Niners.
I got
Taylor Swift
That's
just
the road
started
team
her
for
Eras tour again, so give me the Niners.
yeah. Andy Reid off a bye week. I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, I gotta go Chiefs too.
Travis Kelce still doesn't have a touchdown this season.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It's kind of crazy.
T Swift's gonna write a song about it.
T Swizzle. The New York Jets at Pittsburgh, and the Jets are favored in this one.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I think Pittsburgh.
I think Devontae's playing.
Nice.
Who's
And I think-
going to quarterback the Steelers?
I think Russell.
Russ.
I think
On the score it says Russell.
yeah.
It's your boy.
That's kind of disrespectful. Can you imagine going 4-2 and then getting pulled? Man,
For Russell Wilson too. That
Yeah,
dude is
for
not
Russell.
good at football.
Broncos country.
Now, how is the Steelers
Let's ride.
haven't had a Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season?
Because he's a really good coach.
That is insane, though. That's crazy.
He might mess around, keep Russ in. They may have a losing season.
They're already 4-2, man. I don't know.
Yeah, they're off
Yeah.
to a good start. I think they got a
Their
good team.
defense is really good.
Yeah, I mean, TJ Watt's an animal.
TJ Watt, man.
Yeah.
But Russ will
Speaking of-
mess it up. Keep rolling with Russ and see what
Yeah,
happens.
seriously. We'll see how long
More
that
stats TJ Watt will have.
lasts. Yeah.
So, speaking of TJ Watt, let's talk about his brother again for a second. I'll swing back around. He was on Pat McAfee yesterday, and Pat McAfee's like, dude, seriously, has the Detroit Lions called you yet? I was like, that's interesting. He hasn't played in 2 years, but he
I don't know
also
that I'd
said
want
that he's still working out and practicing.
His last couple of years were kind of ineffective because of his injuries, though. I don't know if I'd want him back.
He's banged up like
Yeah,
bad.
he's really, really.
He
bad.
hasn't played in 2 years though.
Yeah, but I think those injuries are.
He ain't gonna cost you anything.
I don't know.
I mean, you could try it. There's no
I mean,
harm in trying.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
Even just the name, JJ Watt.
You're
on
gonna
the
have to
team,
pay him.
Yeah, all you gotta do is bring him in and work him out, see what he's got. You know, I'm not saying
Sure,
throw him in the
League
game.
minimum.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't need money. That dude got paid.
Yeah.
Also, talk about. We saw JJ Watt come into the damn league. We saw him have a crazy season. I thought it couldn't get any better, and then his brother came in. His arguably doing it better. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. What the hell are his parents feeding those kids, man?
Steroids.
It's gotta be.
So Monday night there's 2 games again, which I am 100% completely against this. I hate 2 games on Monday night.
And they're at like the same time.
Yeah, the times are.
They're
dumb.
not even. Yeah, they're not stacked at all. The first one is the Baltimore Ravens at Tampa Bay. Baltimore is favored. I'm going Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield.
I'm going Baltimore, my Super Bowl pick.
I'll go Tampa Bay. I don't
Them
have
boys
trust.
rolling.
Derrick Henry's tough.
Baltimore's
that.
rolling.
Give me Baltimore.
Okay, we're split on that one.
It's a
Yeah.
pretty. I feel like it's a must-win game for Baltimore too. The way this division's shaking out right now.
Yeah, and AFC North is tough.
Yeah.
Tough. Other than the Browns.
Is Tampa playing in Tampa still? Their stadium's fine.
That's a really good
You
question.
guys know?
I don't think it was messed. I don't think it was messed
Yeah.
up.
That's Raymond James Stadium.
Yeah, I was gonna say it says Raymond James.
I thought it got flooded, but I guess they got the water out.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a quick fix for that.
Tampa Bay Stadium was already falling down, so it doesn't surprise me that it's wrecked.
Yeah.
Not the Buccaneers, the Rays.
Rays.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the Trop shithole.
The last game, the Chargers at Cardinals. We already know where John's going with this.
Chargers.
I go Chargers.
Mm,
Go with my guy. I'll go with my guy Jim.
I'm going to the Cardinals.
Give me the charge. Yeah, we knew that was coming.
Yeah, I have to go against the grain.
Oh, the Jags
They just scored again.
scored again and
Oh,
got
yes.
the ball back as well with 40 seconds in the second half.
Yeah, what's going on?
So
All right. Anybody else got anything to say? We went almost an hour.
Nice.
There's some people watching right now. I just want to say, hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
If you missed it, we're doing a campaign for a fallen soldier. We're going to pick up his family for Christmas. There's a link down below in the description. So any bucks goes directly to the family. All right, fellas. I'm going to go eat breakfast and go to the grocery store before noon so I can watch the Detroit Lions at Minnesota.
All right, go Lions.
Go Lions,
Yanks.
man.
you're
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next Sunday when the Lions are going to be 5-1.